This week on the Steam Machine podcast, we've got to tame them all. But we catch them with these things that they're circular and they have things that they're totally not balls. We are not using balls to catch these Coromon. We're not. Nintendo, don't sue us. Cue the music! Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Steam Machine Podcast. My name is Dalton, and joining me this week is the one, the only, the handheld master himself, Team Retrogue.
I have no balls today.
No balls.
No balls.
No balls.
No
just
balls.
Traps.
Do it. No balls. I have plenty of fidget spinners, but no balls.
Lots of fidget spinners.
Lots of fidget spinners. Different types of fidget spinners.
My idea was either that or being like, this week on the Steam Machine Podcast, and then being like, gotta catch them all. To which then you send them to your storage to be never seen again.
I mean, done.
Because I do that a lot, no matter what these games we're playing.
Oh, I think everybody does.
But, yeah, man. How are you? How you been these past couple weeks?
Busy AF. I hate the month of May. But let me not bore you with the intricacies of my life, except for one little piece of news I need to tell everybody. I got a pup.
Yeah, puppy.
His name is Craig.
Old Craig.
His name is Craig. We were going to change his name. No, he came with the name Craig. We were going to change it. Kyle didn't want us to change it. So in the 3 or 4 days that it took us to finally convince him that Craig was not really a good name for a dog, the name stuck. And so now he's Craig.
Old Craig.
He's old.
Like, yo, Craig.
He's old Craig. And every time someone says, what's the dog's name? I say, Craig. And they go, Craig? The fuck's wrong with you? Ask my son.
Come on, Craig. What are you doing, Craig?
Craig? Craig, come on, Craig. Damn it, no.
Well, that's what's up, dude.
I'm not gonna be able to unhear that now. Now I'm gonna every time I see him, I'm gonna be like, Craig. And
that or fucking
Craig and I had a milestone today. He jumped up on the couch next to me and he gave me doggy cuddles.
He's warming up to you.
He is. It's taking a little bit of time. And then he proceeded to jump off the couch and poop on the floor. After I had just taken him for a walk.
Attaboy, Craig.
Attaboy. You little, it's right there.
It also makes me think of Friday. Craig! That's a good, if you've never seen Friday, Next Friday, or Friday After Next.
No.
They're quite funny.
Gotcha, But I have seen enough South Park to understand the Craig reference.
Yeah.
Craig! So, other than that, you want to talk about Backlash a little bit?
Well, first and foremost, before we talk about Backlash, we'll talk about some things that's been going on with me.
Oh, I wasn't...
Thanks.
I wasn't shutting you out. I just figured Backlash would be the what I've been up to part.
Well, first of all, I have to say, ding dong, the bitch is gone.
Yes!
Old green hair Oompa Loompa got the axe. I found that out at work the other day. And
to which...
I guess...
You then typed in our group chat... Ding dong, the bitch is dead. In all caps. And I was like, what? And you're like, Gabby got the axe. I'm like, yes!
Yeah, when I told Jen that I'm open and honest with my listeners on the podcast and I've talked about work and stuff, I said they were all so happy for me when I found this job because it was nothing but good things, or I didn't talk about work at all, which let them know I was okay. I was happy because... I was like, believe me, when I worked at Walgreens, they had to hear about it.
Oh,
when I worked for Coke, they had to hear about it.
And Coke as well. I mean, you were in literal pain when you worked in Coca-Cola. They almost broke you.
I still deal with stuff from working with Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
But I told her, I told the Discord that Gabby got the axe and people were celebrating for us. It's like, so I hope you know that. And she was like, oh, well, tell them I said thank you. So she said thank you. But yeah, she apparently, between Katie quitting, the complaint that someone put in, let me just put it that way, I'm not going to name them, and then the complaint that I put in, not only formally, but also when the Alien Labs guy came in, and I was like, yo.
Yeah.
What? And then he was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? And so all of that combined was the final straw.
They've heard enough. They're like, your name is coming across our desk way too much.
Apparently, a lot of other people had also had issues with her, and our store having all these issues was the final straw, and they were like, gone.
Yeah.
So, work has been slowly going back to what it used to be like. So
yeah,
we'll fingers crossed that keeps going on.
Yeah.
We could talk about some gaming stuff after Backlash, but yeah, So we watched WWE Backlash.
Well,
and
you watched WWE Backlash. I watched part of WWE Backlash and part of the inside of my eyelids.
Yeah. We me and Kana heard like come through the mic one time, and I was like, let me go ahead and just disconnect him. He's asleep.
Yeah. To which I don't even remember, like, I think I just woke up for a minute and then just closed the laptop screen. I don't think I even, like, tried to, like, close Discord or anything. I just literally just closed the laptop screen. It's been a couple of weeks. But I did end up watching it with my son the next day.
Oh, yeah. What was his first WWE experience like?
The very first thing that Kyle decided to do was go Backlash.
Amazing.
The second thing he decided to do was sing the Seth Rollins theme.
Oh, help. That's what's up.
Yeah. To which I recorded him doing both and sent them in our group chat because I figured you would get a kick out of it.
Yes. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It makes me very happy.
Yeah. This is my first Backlash. And I have to say, it was pretty good from start to finish. One major disappointment, but it still ended up being a good match.
Was your disappointment that his partner wasn't Joe Hendry?
Yes. Really wanted that matchup. But then I also understand that, like, that matchup could never happen. They're two very different personalities.
Yeah. I mean, no, I'd never say never in WWE.
Yeah.
But gimmick-wise, they're a bit different.
Yeah. But Joe Hendry's got his own storyline started. And we've been trying to, albeit not very successfully, we have been trying to get into the Discord more to watch some of the weekly shows that we don't usually get to see in between the main events, the main pay-per-view events.
Yeah, like Raw and SmackDown.
And we were going to watch Raw last night, and then I just got tired. We were going to watch Raw tonight, but now we're recording for the show.
Yeah.
So we watched Raw last week, and I was very, very happy to see that Joe Hendry had moved up to the main roster, first of all.
Mm-hmm. And his song about Logan Paul. So he started his own storyline with that. So I think there's going to be a Joe Hendry Logan Paul match in the future, and I'm there for that. Oh, absolutely.
I'm there for that, especially because I think Joe Hendry will win. I mean, I think it'll be in the storyline that he'll win.
Well, let's hope.
Yeah,
let's hope. I will tell you this though. I sent the interview to the chat today where Joe Hendry was on Chris Van Vliet, and he announced on there that he has recorded an entire album with WWE Music.
Oh wow!
Like their music division. So he's gonna have an album coming out.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
I was like, that's what's up, dude.
Yeah, that's badass. Playing into both of his strengths. What else did I want to say about Joe Hendry? I forgot now. Damn. Fuck.
The handsome bastard.
Oh, I mean, he's definitely a handsome bastard. I'm thrilled that he's moved up to the main roster. Oh, what the fuck else? Oh, I remember now. So also during that episode of Raw, they were building up to the Seth Rollins Braun Breaker match.
Yeah.
And So random points throughout the episode that we watched, Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker would just randomly come out and just start like going at it in the middle of other people's matches. And so
I love that.
And both times Braun Breaker would beat the crap out of Seth. And so then you'd then go backstage and Seth Rollins is like licking his wounds basically. He's like in pain or pretending to be in pain. Well, one of the matches that Seth Rollins came out and interfered with was the Austin Theory and Joe Hendry match. That match was interfered with by Logan Paul, but then it was also interfered with by the Street Profits, thank you. I'm still learning. And then after that match, Seth Rollins is talking to the Street Profits and Joe Hendry just casually walks in and joins the conversation. And Seth Rollins just starts screaming, "You don't trust me. You don't trust me." And then looks at Joe Hendry and goes, "I don't even know who the fuck you are." Yeah. So you probably don't trust me either. And I just started fucking dying. Like, poor Joe Hendry. I don't even know who you are.
What did I do to you?
Yeah. He's just coming here and singing songs. Oh.
But speaking of Seth, though, him and Braun had a great match at Backlash.
They did.
The Danhausen match was fun. Honestly, the match of the night for me was Asuka versus Io Sky.
Me too.
What a fantastic fucking match that was. And now, knowing, so this is a little spoiler for you from Raw, but there was a scene where Asuka and Io meet each other backstage and they, talk to one another. And Asuka basically tells Io, "You're in the Asuka spot now."
Yeah.
And they give each other a big hug, and then Asuka goes over and grabs her suitcase and walks out.
So she's
from what I've seen, she's
it
semi-retired is what they call it. Apparently she's got some personal stuff that she needs to go take care of. I don't know what it is.
Which is fair. Could be medical, could be family. It's none of our business. I mean, it's none of our business, quite frankly.
100%. That's always my thing. Yeah. I'm like, if it's personal, that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
And I sent you the video earlier of some funny stuff with Asuka throughout her career and some other and I couldn't help laugh when your only comment about it was, "Wow, no ads on the ring." And I was like,
that's your takeaway.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of wrestling that we watch when I start. Again, we go back to we've been meaning to watch things. There's Joshi wrestling I want to watch with you guys, some AAA stuff. I really want you to pop in and watch some AAA with me and Kana sometime. It's really fun.
Yeah.
But before TKO took over 2 years ago or whatever it was in WWE, the ring mat was considered sacred ground.
Yeah.
No ads. The tables didn't have big ass Slim Jim ads on them.
I don't actually mind the Slim Jim ads on the tables for one reason and one reason only. The tables break in half. So when a wrestler slams into that table, they're slapping into a Slim Jim.
And I think that's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is, snap the table. But I honestly don't mind on the table. I wouldn't mind it if there were logos on the chairs and stuff like that. But I don't like all the stuff on the mat.
I don't like it on the mat. It kind of reminds me of a scene in the movie Ready Player One where IOI wants to just put ads in front of the virtual reality's periphery, and they're like, "Oh, we can fill 80% of a person's field of vision before inducing seizures." And so they want to
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then they show basically this is how much you could see. I'm holding up just a little box for my eyes, and everything around you is ads.
Fuck that.
Yeah, but that's what I think of when I see the ads peppered all over the ring.
Yeah, and apparently I was reading something today that Triple H and Stephanie are aware that there are too many commercials and too many ads and stuff, and they're trying their best to get that across to the big corporate wigs,
which
that only see dollar signs.
At that point, the big corporate wigs already signed the contract, so even if they do want to do a 180 on it, they have to wait for contracts to end.
Corporate bullshit.
Corporate fucking bullshit.
The main event was the other match that jumped out to me was the Roman and Jacob.
Which I haven't seen yet, but I know how it ends.
Okay, well then I don't mind saying then that Roman went over, but Jacob stood tall at the end. Like it was really, really fucking interesting to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing where they go from here with Jacob Fatu.
So I heard of and again, this is total grain of salt because a lot of my feeds on social media now, because my phones are our phones are listening. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of wrestling stuff on the feeds on my feeds now, and a lot of them are saying like random stuff like Roman Reigns wants Jacob Fatu like fired from WWE and shit like that.
That's storyline.
Is it storyline?
Yeah, there's a storyline right now where Roman's just like, Jacob's unhinged. Jacob needs to be gone.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just storyline though.
Okay. Well, if it's storyline, it's storyline. That's fine. I get wary when I look at wrestling articles just because I get the same sources, Sportskeeda and another one, and I'm like, I don't think these are credible.
Sportskeeda is dirt sheet nonsense.
Yeah.
So dirt sheet is the wrestling terminology for like a tabloid.
Right.
Right. Okay. So the ones that I always just roll my eyes when I see them quoted, whether they're true or not, I just don't respect the people that do it, is the Wrestling Observer, which is Dave Meltzer.
Yeah. That one doesn't show up on my feed. I do get a wrestling something one, but I don't remember the name of it.
And then I don't like Fightful.
That one doesn't come up on my feed either. There's one that's called like Wrestling something, but I don't remember the name of it.
I know there's the Wrestling News, which is run by Brian Last. That one's pretty good. Cultaholic, even though they lean a little AEW heavy. I love those boys.
I don't get a lot of Cultaholic on my feed. I'll have to find it.
I wouldn't recommend you. I would recommend you the Cultaholic podcast, but I wouldn't recommend you like reading Cultaholic website articles.
Right.
Because I love them to death, but they do some clickbait stuff, which is why I basically just do their podcast. But I'm trying to think of the other one, dude. It's fucking the guy that runs it. Is it Pro Wrestling Torch? No.
That might be the one. It might be Pro Wrestling something.
Well, in any case, there's one of them that one of the guys who runs it used to guest on the Taz show all the time, and he was really cool. Mike Johnson was his name. PW Insider. That's what it's called. Pro Wrestling Insider. PW Insider.
Gotcha.
I trust stuff from them.
Okay. That's good to know.
But yeah, anyways, what you been playing, man, besides Coromon?
I can't talk about it because it's coming up in a future episode.
Okay. That's fair.
The Final Fantasy 14 needle kind of fell out because I just don't have the time. I will tell you though, I did get my hands on a Steam controller.
Yeah, how's that?
I love it. Basically, I've come to this weird crossroads when it comes to handhelds and stuff, and I have a bunch of handhelds that I really only ever pull out when I need them for the channel. That I don't use them in personal everyday use at all. But the one handheld that I use all the time, consistently, a little bit every day, is the Steam Deck. And the Steam controller is basically taking the Steam Deck's controls and letting me have that on the TV or at my desktop. So I'm finally now starting to play around with radial menus and Steam input settings and mapping things to different buttons, because now I have a way to do it to which it will carry over to a different device. Like I could play on the Steam Deck on the go and have those controls. And now with the Steam controller, I can I can sit down at my desk or sit down in the living room, because I've got a mini PC in the living room, and I could pick up the Steam controller and I can have those same mappings. So I actually, right before the show, I was playing a little bit of Coromon on the Steam Deck, which I had docked, and I was streaming it. I was actually playing using the Steam controller.
Oh, okay.
And it just connected.
How's it feel, like comfortability wise?
It's fine. Feels like any other old controller. Is what it looks like from the front.
I was just curious because I knew it was weird on the front of it, so I wasn't sure how that translated.
I'd say it feels mostly like a PS5 controller more than anything else, just because of the joystick placement. But it works. The only difference is instead of having a touchpad up here, you have them down here. So I don't know. Okay. I like it better than a PS5 controller, just because the touchpads make more sense for thumb placement. You don't have to reach up here.
Do you think it would be worth me investing the money to get one?
It's $100. How often do you use a controller?
I thought they were 60.
No, they're 100. And there's a...
How often do I use a controller?
Yeah. And it's
Daily,
it's a freaking it's on a reservation system right now because scalpers scooped them all up.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so now Valve is like, oh, well, now it's going to be a, just one per order. We're going to do a reservation system. We'll send you an email when they're ready to purchase. No, I wouldn't. If you use mouse and keyboard most of the time, and in the rare occasion that you need a controller, you're mostly controller?
No, don't, fucker.
I thought you were MNK.
It depends on what I'm playing. If I'm playing a shooter, I'm mouse and keyboard.
What about an MMO?
Depends on the MMO. Final Fantasy 14, controller all day.
Nice.
Black Desert, mouse and keyboard.
Okay.
Project Goron, mouse and keyboard. World of Warcraft, mouse and keyboard.
Guild Wars?
Guild Wars, mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
But Final Fantasy, I started playing that on PS3.
Gotcha.
So, at Final Fantasy 11, I played that with a controller because I played that on PS2, originally. So it's just coded to me to play those games with a controller. But dude, shit. I use my controller so fucking much. That's why the thumb pad on that black one wore off.
Would you benefit from having trackpads on a controller?
See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never had a controller with trackpads, and my PS4 controller, I never used that fucking touchpad unless I had to.
That's the only thing. As if like, let's say you wanted to move your computer monitor, like, because don't you have your computer connected to a television that's by your bed?
I don't anymore, but
Okay.
I could easily with an HDMI cord.
Yeah. Okay. That's the only thing that I would consider a Steam controller to be useful for you, because then you could use the trackpads to navigate the mouse and click things and stuff. But other than that, if you have, I think you have a like an 8-bit do or a GameSir or something I sent you, right? Yeah, that one's perfully fine.
I know. Is that I had it on charge? You sent me that red Xbox controller.
Oh, that's right. I sent you red, little red.
Yeah,
and I kept the green.
So that goes with.
I kept the green one. I kept its brother.
I have blue.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. We've got all the. We've got all the
color gang.
We've got all the Pokemon versions.
Oh shit, we do.
Yeah. The only thing we're missing is a yellow. Do I have a yellow controller anywhere? Not anymore. I think that's one I sent to Willie.
I've got a black controller. Do you have a white controller?
Yeah, I have a couple. I have Astrobot.
Well, there you go.
I have Astrobot right behind me.
So we have multi-generations of Pokemon
and then
controllers.
I have Starfield over there.
That Starfield controller's sweet.
It is, yeah. And I have, this one's... I did the Xbox Controller Lab one time, and this one's actually got my channel name on it.
Oh, yeah, that's bitchin'.
Yeah. That was a birthday present, I think, one year. I think somebody had gotten me a code to use the lab. So I made a controller, and I had it engraved.
Hell yeah, dude, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when I got that engraving on my smoker, I was like,
yeah,
I could come up with a barbecue thing, but I'm like, nah, I want to get the logo for the
dude, that was perfect.
The podcast.
Because isn't it the new Steamy logo?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. My student's artwork forever immortalized in a smoker.
Yes.
All right. Anything else you've been up to?
I've been playing a few things, and then we can move on.
Yeah.
Let me get Steam pulled back up real quick. Go to my recently played. I've been on the hunt for a new idle game that's going to catch me like Firestone did. So far, Gothic Clicker has been fun, and Colterra seems promising. I bought Conan Exiles.
Good choice.
Which I was showing off to you a little bit.
Yeah.
We went on. I was telling you, I like Ark, but it's very like sci-fi coded, whereas Conan Exiles is very fantasy coded.
Right.
But same style of game.
Right.
And let me go ahead and tell you, there's already so many things in Conan Exile, and be it a mod or not, I don't know, because I added a few mods. But there is just so much quality of life that's just better in Conan.
Versus
like,
Ark, you mean?
Versus Ark,
yeah.
You can climb walls, like Breath of the Wild style.
Yeah, I saw that you were doing that. I feel like a lot of games do that now.
Good.
Right?
You should be able to scale a fucking wall. Like, goddamn.
Instead of the Skyrim style where you just hit the jump button and hope that it catches.
Yeah, and fucking Bethesda your way up the mountain.
Right? Wait, that's actually a term?
I mean, that's what I call it. Bethesda.
That's hilarious. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you.
I do it in other games, and I say, "Oh yeah, Bethesda'd my way up there."
That's hilarious.
And if people are like, "What?" I'm like, Skyrim, and then immediately they're like, "Oh yeah, gotcha," because everyone does that. Let's see. I started up a game I can't talk about. Oh, I got Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Good choice.
I'm holding off on diving into fully, but I'm chomping at the bit because I'm like, oh, that's like Persona, but even grittier and darker.
It is.
It's
like, it's basically the damn, my brain is getting fried. Basically, in the community, people say that if you're a pansy, you play Persona, and if you actually are like a real gamer, you play Shin Megami Tensei.
I know it's harder.
It is harder.
Because I had on my 3DS, I actually got this from the 3DS store.
Yeah.
I bought SMT4.
Oh yeah.
And that game beat my ass.
Yeah, I heard that the SMT games are just hard.
They are. So I picked up a game that I've played for a little bit. 15 minutes total so far. It's called Librarian.
Okay.
Tidy up the arcane library.
Huh.
So you are a librarian, and you get locked in a magical library where a fairy has gone mad and knocked all the books off the shelf and scattered them around the room. So you literally load into this room, and there are books everywhere.
And you have to put them away.
And your job is to put them all away where they're supposed to go.
I think I saw...
And that's the whole point of the game.
I think I saw somebody playing that game on an Instagram feed, and like the boyfriend was like, how are you playing this game, but you can't organize your own closet?
Yeah, you see my room behind me.
Yeah.
Fuck off. There's something very relaxing about it, though. Like, so far, I've gotten like one shelf complete, and then like a couple other ones just scattered here and there. But I'm just enjoying like reading all of the book titles and shit because they all have different names.
Can you actually read some of the books?
That I don't know. That I don't know. Interesting, though, that you say that. There's a game that I want us to do for the show called The Longing.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this? Have you heard about this? No? Okay. So it is a point-and-click type game, but also an idler in a way.
Okay.
So once you open up the game, you realize that you are the last remaining servant of this like ancient king who has been wounded, so he has to sleep for 400 days.
Okay.
And when you load the game up and you start playing, a timer starts ticking down in real time from 400 days down.
Okay.
Now you could, and it runs while you're not playing too.
Yeah.
So you can, in theory, load the game up and then wait 400 days, open it, and then go see the ending of it, right?
Right.
But to actually play the game, you get to know this little character because apparently one of the things they said will make or break the game for you is that he moves glacially slow. He just kind of mopes about. But they said it's fitting because of the longing, the loneliness. The name of the game is telling you that like all of this makes sense. But the reason I'm bringing this up is that there's a library with a bunch of books that are classics that are in the public domain.
And you can read them.
And you can read the entire books.
That's
Moby Dick,
cool.
And other books like that. They're all just in there, and you can just sit there and read them. And as you're reading them, that timer's ticking down. You can turn the game on and then like work on your videos, and then just lean over and check on him, and he'll just be chilling there. Your little shade guy.
Huh.
And I just found it a very interesting. They're like, by the time you're done playing this game, there's like other things that you can do to shorten the time down from 400 days.
Yeah.
But people were like, I got really attached to this little character. There were people that had like 1,500 hours into that game.
Wow.
So just seemed like it might be an interesting one for us to talk about. Maybe not have to obviously not play it for 400 days.
Yeah.
But to play it long enough to be like, okay, get the gist of this. Here's existentially why this game terrifies me. And then let's talk about other things like that.
400 days is a long time. If you consider there's 365 in a year?
365 in a year. Yeah. So it's a little over
a year. Little over a year.
Let's see. Anything else? I haven't really played Windrose because I've been playing Coromon.
Yeah.
I still need to dive into Helldivers 2. That's about it for me. Let's talk about some Coromon.
Let's talk about some Coromon. You got some Wikipedia bullshit?
I do in a sense. So There is no Wikipedia pages I could find for this, but I did find a coromon.wiki.gg. And the Wikipedia bullshit about the game on this is: explore a charming pixel world filled with challenging puzzles, interesting creatures, and titanic bosses. You'll follow the story of an aspiring researcher joining the technologically advanced organization of Lux Solus. You'll be assigned to a specialized team called the Titan Task Force, and you are tasked with investigating the 6 Titans known in the region of Velua. But soon, you find extraterrestrial forces bringing a mystery elemental type to your planet, causing a fundament of the world to slowly collapse. Lux Solus will assist you by providing useful gadgets, but it's all up to you to gather the Titan essences and undo the damage to Earth's core. Now, if you do not want to hear spoilers for this game, skip ahead 30 seconds, because I'm about to sum it up for y'all motherfuckers in about 2 sentences. Everything I just read is the basis of the story. You beat the aliens, you gather the Titan essence, you beat the aliens, you go to gather the last Titan. It's been taken over by Crimsonite, which is the name of the substance that these aliens bring down. You have to fight it. It starts healing itself. You have to keep fighting it. The Titan starts fighting the Crimsonite from within. You beat the final battle. You're like, all right, I got the final Titan essence. That doesn't matter. You do that. You beat that. The aliens leave, and you saved the day. The game is over. Congratulations. I was hoping for more.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the 3rd Titan, and I think there's 6 total?
Technically 5. There are 6, but you only get the essence of 5.
Gotcha. Because the 6th one is that last one.
The 6th one is the final boss.
Gotcha. So I'm at 3 of 5 then. And yeah, I could tell that this is a paper thin, like Pokemon Red and Blue type story, which, you know what? That's kind of okay to an extent, because this game is more about the gameplay loop than it is about the actual story. But do we want to get into first impressions before we talk about the gameplay loop?
Yeah. I just thought it was absurdly easy to cover the story, so I figured we'd just get that out of the way.
Yeah, good point. Unlike most of the games we play for this show.
Yeah, exactly. So let's do first impressions, man.
So I'm not sure actually what my first impressions were, because I just kind of got comfortable. The storyline obviously is different. I got comfortable with the gameplay loop very fast because it feels like old Pokemon. It feels like Red and Blue or Gold and Silver. So I just kind of settled in, started playing, started looking for monsters I would want to have on my team permanently. Very early on, got what I thought was a shiny. Turns out shiny is a very different connotation in this game.
I think that's one of the main draws to this game.
Yeah.
Is trying to find perfects.
Yeah. And I guess there's a way for you to do it like post game that's a lot easier. But for me, I don't know. It's actually a complaint for me, because the way they do the different colored variants in this game is you have a regular variant, you have a potent variant, and you have a perfect variant. My first potent was a squirrel, or not a squirrel. It was a bird, which I still have in my party. I think it's on its 2nd evolution, probably about to hit its 3rd. And stats are tied to the color. So really, if you want to min-max, you want to catch a perfect, or you want to turn a potent into a perfect. The only way to turn a potent into a perfect is for a hidden value to hit 21. And so, like, I got lucky. I had a frog thing that was potent, and I put it in the machine not knowing its values, and it just happened to have a potency of 20, so that kicked it up to 21. It made it a perfect, which I thought was cool, because I wanted to get at least one perfect for my playthrough.
Yeah, you beat me. I didn't get any.
Really?
I had a few potents, but I didn't get a perfect.
So, getting back to first impressions, aside from the comfortableness of kind of just falling into the monster catching dynamic of weakening, throwing a spinner, not a ball, it's a spinner, it's a fidget spinner, figuring out the type chart and all that, the game actually early on kicked my head into the dirt, and I'm playing on just normal. And yeah, it's not as forgiving as even the original Pokemon games. Did you get that impression too?
Yes and no. You're muted. You're still muted.
How about now?
I heard that.
Okay. I also had to take a raging piss.
Dude, I had to piss so bad.
I was trying to keep it together, but the second you muted and like just bolted out of the room, I'm like, thank God.
Yeah, dude, I was sitting over here like crossing my legs and shit under my desk. Like, oh my God, I got to pee so bad. I wish I still had a copy of it. If someone can find the episode where Willie went to go take a piss and I just started singing a song about it. I know Conan loves it. Where I was
I know the song. Willie's taking
something
a
like
piss.
Willie's gonna take a piss.
He's got his dick in his hand.
In his hand. Something like that, yeah. I need an edit of that. Anytime we take a piss break, I need to put that
I almost,
even if Willie's not on the episode.
I almost thought of singing it, but I had to pee too, so I couldn't hold it long enough to get the song out. Yeah, we forgot to mention that Willie's not here.
I was about to say, before I get into my first impressions, I do need to mention, I was going to do it at the end, but then we just talked about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like we should mention, so Willie is out for this episode. He didn't get a chance to play Coromon these past couple weeks. He's had some stuff going on. But also, he is currently dealing with the fact that his computer is kaput.
I've been there. Do you remember that episode that I filmed on my Legion Go? Because I do. My computer died like the night we were about to record.
But the fact that you were able to whip that shit together on the Legion was fucking impressive.
Yeah. To this day, I literally just unplugged my desktop, plugged that thing in, and it just I made something happen.
But yeah, so fingers crossed that we can help him get that sorted out shortly. If it ends up being that he's got to get a new one, patreon.com/the Steam Machine Podcast. If you want to donate to the computer fund,
literally at this point helps keep the lights on.
Yeah. the lights of Willie's PC.
Yeah.
But I did tell him that if it's already not working, now would be a great time for you to put in that CPU I sent you and see if that helps when it gets up and running again.
Yeah.
I'm curious what died. I know he's got an old motherboard. I don't know if maybe that's the issue.
I think that's probably it, because the motherboard was what went on mine too. And if that's the case, poor guy's beat, because once the motherboard goes, you need a new motherboard. I'm hoping I have something around here I could help him out with, and I think I do. So I'm just waiting for him to tell me whether or not his computer's okay or if it's dead before I mail it to him.
Yeah. But so good vibes towards Willie, everybody. Send Willie your good vibes. So my first impressions with Coromon, it's funny, what put me in the mood for this was I had to take my dad a couple weeks ago to the eye doctor. He had to go get some surgery done on his eye and like some shots and things. And I brought the handheld that you had given me with me, and I was playing Pokemon Glazed, I believe is the ROM hack that I was playing.
Yeah.
I was just really enjoying it, and it looked so fucking crisp on that screen. Like, I sent you a picture of it, and even you were like, damn, that looks really good on that.
It really did. That is a gorgeous screen on that handheld.
Yeah. And thank you again.
Of course.
I love it, dude. It's my bedtime chiller. And I was like, man, it'd be fun to do a creature collector. I was torn between that and another game, which I won't mention because I'll probably end up picking that at some point. But I was like, man, so I was like, let's check out Coromon. So I load into it, and I'm like, oh, I'm right back to where I was on the handheld playing that. It looks exactly the same, just on my computer screen. And I enjoyed it. Starting off, I was like, okay, I get it. It has its quirks, which we'll talk about. Some things that it does that is too much like Pokemon, in my opinion.
And then it does some things that are not Pokemon enough.
Yeah, I will agree with that as well. I will say, I used custom settings.
Yeah.
So all of my difficulty stuff was on normal.
Yeah.
Except I set it to where my Coromon heal when they level up.
Okay.
Because if I remember right, that's what happens in Pokemon too, right? You level up and your health goes back up some.
A little bit, but not all the way.
Not all the way. Okay, well, this would heal me back up all the way.
Okay.
And let me tell you, That came in clutch.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
More times than I can count.
I'm sure. Yeah, no,
but everything else I left normal.
I'm playing on straight normal, and for a good chunk of time, actually it still is, but for a good chunk of time, it was kicking me through the frickin' dirt. Mostly because you cannot buy revives right away. You can only get them through the little battle pass thing that they got in there. And I use the battle pass term very loosely. It's not anything you have to pay for, but it's just as you do milestones, you can level up to 100, and every level you get something new.
Yeah, it's like a challenge board of sorts, where it's like, because there's a ton of achievements and stuff in the game.
Oh yeah,
to get
very much so. Some pretty hilarious ones too, and that's what I like about this game. It doesn't take itself very seriously at all. Very much similar to Nexomon. Like, it kind of knows what it is and it knows what it isn't. But there's some Easter eggs in this game that are love letters, not just to Pokemon, but also the community and also to other pop culture references. I know I mentioned in the Patreon section, there's a guy named Ed that you run into very early on. And he is a video game representation of a YouTuber named Gym Leader Ed, who is pretty much the monster taming or monster collecting authority. Like, his channel is the one you go to if you want to learn about monster taming games that are not Pokemon.
Yeah, I didn't catch the Gym Leader Ed thing until you sent it in the chat, and I was like, oh shit, because I had never heard of him.
Yeah.
But now I'm going to check it. Oh, I hit my mic. Now I'm going to check it out for sure.
Yeah. And there's even an old man you run into at some point named Ashton, who's wearing a hat and an outfit that very curiously looks like Ash Ketchup's.
Yeah. Yeah. I took some screenshots because I did want to cover some of these while we're on the subject. So there's one of the potent bird that I got is a Silkquill.
Yes, that's the one I got too. I got a potent Silkquill.
Okay. So he has a move that is much like Sand Attack in Pokemon, but it is called in this game Pocket Sand, which is a reference to King of the Hill when Dale would go, Pocket Sand, and he would just have sand in his pocket and he would throw it in people's eyes.
I remember that. I didn't make that connection.
I laughed. Oh man, I did immediately. I laughed so hard when I saw it was called Pocket Sand. I was like, that's incredible. That is absolutely incredible.
Did you run into Al?
I don't know if I.
He's in the first town that you go to, and the first town is kind of like a country, like farmer town.
Yes. I took screenshots of this. Yes. Al, when you talk to him, it says, I've been seeding and plowing so long, even my wife thinks that my mind is gone, but I'm a man of the land with quite some discipline, and befitting of this job, I grow a beard on my chin. And if if all the chores are done and all in well is fine, Harvest Fest will be here and we'll enjoy the party time.
Gee, I wonder what that sounds like.
Did you talk to his wife, Suzanne?
Spending most of our lives living in an Amish paradise or something very similar.
Well, it says we've spent most of our lives living in this small paradise.
Yeah. That got me so freaking good.
Yeah, I was cackling, bro. I was. If you check out Al's farm out back, if you click on the carrot, it says I should give this carrot to a sailor. It'll help them see better.
I forgot what that reference is.
Oh, it's a dad joke because it's spelled SEA. It'll help the sailor see better.
Oh, right. Okay.
Click the scarecrow. It says this guy should get an award. He's outstanding in his field.
Yep, I did get that one. One. Every time
you're in the library,
every time you see coffee, it says motivation in a cup.
Motivation in a cup.
Yeah, I don't remember what that reference is to, but I just thought it was funny.
It's a commercial.
Yeah.
Like Folgers motivation.
Oh, the best part of waking up is Folders in your cup.
Folders in your cup.
Okay.
I don't know. I would assume it would be something like that.
Yeah. I just figured it was a reference to needing to drink coffee in the morning to get yourself motivated.
That's one thing that I just have a Diet Pepsi. That's my cup of coffee in the morning. I have water first and then a Diet Pepsi.
All I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi.
I just wanted a Pepsi.
And she wouldn't get it for me.
The shelf with detective books on it, your character just says detectives. I think the butler did it.
Yeah.
If you click the classics shelf, it says Coromon Farm 2084, The Orange Clock. I wonder what these books are about.
Ah, Animal Farm 1984 and Clockwork Orange.
Yeah. And I giggled. I was like, Coromon Farm. The Orange Clock was good too.
Yeah. There's a Star Wars reference. A very simple one. You get to a point in the game where you get caught by guards who all look the same. And one of them says, execute Order 66.
Love it. If you click on the corn, it says, I can't think of a corny joke.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Oh, the bears.
Yes! Aurora Borealis.
And Borealis.
Aurora Borealis. At this time of day, at this part of the country, localized entirely in your kitchen.
No.
It's yes.
Oh, yes.
Can I see it?
No.
Yeah, that cracked me up.
You cannot.
This was Aurora Borealis. And then there's another Coromon who's an electric type who is AC, ACIE, and then it evolves into DC, DEECIE, so ACDC.
ACDC.
Yeah.
There were a lot of good little pun names.
Yeah,
for sure.
There were.
And I gotta do this real quick for the Foley. Shout out to Canada Dry Cranberry, because they're the sponsor of this section. No, I'm just kidding. My question for you, man, is you had a grievance with the way I played this game.
Yes, we need to have a talk.
And I'm very curious what it is.
You beat this game really fast.
I did beat this game really fast.
How did you play it, Dalton?
How did I play it? So I started out, and I got my starter Pokemon. Jesus Christ, my starter Coromon, and then I caught that bird, and then I caught a bug-looking one. I don't remember its name. And then I just ran around the starter area for a little bit and leveled up my main Pokemon. God damn it! My main Coromon until he was level 8 or 9, and then I moved to the next section, ran around, leveled him up a little bit more. And by the time I got to the first big area, I had him in his second evolution. And I got an experience share, so I started using that on different Coromon.
The lazy gem?
Yeah, the lazy gems. And then you get, because it's 20%, and then later on you get one. I only found one that was the 50%.
Yeah, the sloth gem.
But that's how I leveled up all my other Coromon, was I would put the gems on them, and then I would just go around fucking shit up with my main one and getting the levels on those other guys. So I beat this game. My Coromon was my main, my shark guy was level 95 or 96, one of the two.
And the rest of them?
40s and 50s.
You fuck.
What's the deal? What's the fucking problem? What's the problem?
Nothing.
I beat the game.
You're basic. You're basic, Dalton.
I'm basic.
You played this game like 90% of the population played Pokemon Red and Blue, where your starter was overleveled and everybody else could just fuck right off.
Yeah, because when you watched Pokemon, the show, Ash had all kinds of Pokemon, right? Yeah. Who's the one that was always there?
Pikachu.
His starter Pokemon, Pikachu.
So you want to know how I played this game?
Like Gary?
I leveled all of my Coromon equally, number one. So when one leveled up, I switched to another one, put them in the forefront, let them gain a level. And whenever I wanted to use different Coromon, I stopped story progression and I leveled them up until they were caught up to the rest of the party. And so all of my Coromon right now are all 35 right now at the part of the game I'm in. I also benched my starter.
Benched your starter?
Benched my starter. Because I picked the fire one, you picked the water one. The fire one is the ugliest looking one out of all of them. I don't like him. You know who the cooler fire Coromon is?
The bull.
The bull.
The sheep
bull. It's not cool when you first catch it, but as soon as that thing levels up, oh my god, it is the coolest looking fire in the entire game. I wish I picked the little ice bear.
Oh yeah, Cub Zero. Oh, another great name.
Yeah. Cub Zero, Aurora, and Borealis. Like, not only do they have the greatest names, but they have they are the best looking of all the starters, in my opinion. Although the shark one is a close second. I picked the fire turtle. The fire turtle is not great.
I found a screenshot real quick just to hammer home what you're talking about. Now, I told you I beat this game. My main was at 95 or 96. So this screenshot was a little before that. Here are my Coromon at this point.
75.
Megalobite.
75?
Huh? Yeah, Megalobite, 75. How the fuck do you know
remember
that?
The screenshot.
Oh, okay. I forgot I sent this to you. I was like, how the fuck did he guess that? Yeah, so Megalobite's at 75, Mino's at 24, which I did eventually evolve Mino into the bull, and I agree. That was my fire Coromon from now on. Golbeak, level 45, Toravolt, which is
that's the electric cat,
Thundercat,
which you actually when you start the game, you have like a dream, and that's one of the Coromon that you use in that dream.
Yes,
and the other one sucks. The freaking like 3 hands with the 3 faces. I hate that thing. It's so ugly.
They're a bitch to fight.
Yeah, no, not really. I usually one-shot him with a ghost move.
Oh yeah, if you got a ghost move, once I got something with a ghost move, it was not bad. Yeah. But at first, when they would hit me with like status effects and stuff,
yeah.
Because when you level up, the way I was playing, it did heal me, but it did not remove status effects.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, and they're really good with hitting you with the status effects. The CPU is
goddamn right.
CPU is not bad in this game. It's not stupid. You can toggle a mode to make him stupid if you want. But I left that.
Yeah, you can also make the game infinitely harder for yourself, too.
You can.
Built-in. Is it Nuzlocke? Is that what it's? How you
yeah.
Yeah, there's built-in shit for that, too.
Yeah. Consequently, the term Nuzlocke, for those who don't know, is based on a comic, and I forget the author's name, so forgive me, author, if you're listening. But it's a comic called Pokemon Hard Mode. And he was the first one to come up with these rules to make Pokemon harder. Whereas if a character faints, you have to release it from your party. You only allowed to catch the first one in each area. And Coromon has these toggles built in. Like you have like a hard mode and you have an extreme hard mode. The hard mode is just if they get knocked out, they're out of your party. But the extreme mode is you could only catch one in each area. Well, it'll turn off the ability to catch any others. I thought
it was really funny that it gives you a couple settings just for like making it easier.
Yeah.
Like there's like just a few, and then it gives you 2 whole pages how to make it
harder for yourself. But but the reason it's called Nuzlocke is because in this guy's playthrough, he catches a Seedot. He evolves it into a Nuzleaf, and the Nuzleaf dies. And so he writes in the comic the Nuzleaf talking to him, like the spirit of the Nuzleaf talking to him, very similarly to one of the magical beings in the TV show Lost taking the form of John Locke and talking to the doctor dude. I think it's the doctor dude. It's been forever since I saw Lost.
Okay.
So that's why it's called a Nuzlocke, because it's based on a Nuzleaf that acts like John Locke.
Interesting. I always assumed it was just like the name of the dude who first put out the first ROM hack like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's always just like a Souls.
Yeah, no, it's based on the comic of the person who first started doing Pokemon Hard Mode and the fact that his Nuzleaf acted like John Locke. It's the weirdest lore for Pokemon, but it's like really cool at the same time that the term Nuzlocke came from that.
Oh yeah. Just to round up my party real quick, I had an Ecliptor, which is like this dog wolf looking thing with a moon around it. It was a really cool
How did yours evolve?
Oh shit.
Did it evolve through level up, or did it evolve through a special means?
Level up, I think.
There's 2 ways that Coromon can level up. One is if it just hits level 39. The other is if you get into a battle with another Lunar Wolf and you both use Howl in the same turn, they'll both evolve at the same time.
That's fucking
cool. And that's something that...
I love little shit.
You want to know how I found that out? Is I got a text message from one of my coworkers who's also going through this game right now in his Steam Deck. And he said, I just stumbled upon the Lunar Wolf mechanic. He's like, it completely threw me off. And I'm like, well, just spoil it for me because I kind of want to, evolve mine. And that's what they told me. And I'm like, that is a badass freaking mechanic.
Yeah, that's super
also,
cool.
It's also cool that they built in a different level up mechanic or a different evolve mechanic for him just in case you never hit that.
Yeah, because I didn't.
Yeah.
And mine was level 58. So I just leveled him up through doing that.
Yeah.
And then I also had a Seraphis.
Yeah. The flying like
23. Yeah, he's like a flying ghost thing.
Yeah. I'm waving my arms around because that's what
out.
It remind that's the animation it's doing. It's like waving his like cloak or whatever around skin.
Yeah, I don't remember who I replaced him with, but I ended up replacing him with an ice Coromon at some point, I think.
Yeah, my current team is you went with the electric kitty. I went with the electric doggy. Okay. Although I had that AC DC Coromon in my party for a long time before I caught the dog, and the dog I was like, eh. The dog was I was like, I'd rather have the dog. The dog's when it evolves, it gets 3 heads. It's very Cerberus like. Except it's electric, so that's cool to me. I still have the evolve form of the Silk Quill because that's a potent. I have the ram thing. I have this frog, which is my perfect. I have the lunar wolf, and the last one I have is a ground crocodile. That's just out of all the there's some okay looking ground or sand Coromon, but to me the crocodile was the coolest looking, and a lot of the times when I pick teams in monster catching games, looks plays a big part. The other one I was considering using was the armored sand dude, but I didn't like its pre-evolved form, which is basically just like a lump of sand that looks like a penis. And then it turns when it evolves, it gets like actual like stone armor and looks like something a little bit cooler. But until then, it just kind of looks like a Diglett.
Did you, like I did, think that the weasel-looking Coromon looked silly and only got sillier looking as it went on?
I refused to put that thing in my party.
And, when I saw its final evolution form, I was like, really?
That's kind of unfortunately props to them. There's only 110 catchable monsters, but then they supplement that by having you also try to fill out a potent dex and a perfect dex. And getting the perfect dex is like hella hard because it's like a 1 in 3,000 chance that you're going to run into a perfect. So you have to either catch a potent and hope that its levels are enough that if you put it through a machine, will make it perfect. And putting it through the machine is not cheap. It's something like 3,000 gold. And gold is very hard to come by in this game. Or you make these potions that, make it they increase the encounter rate. And I didn't really like that they tied stats to the color changes, because now that means that if all you have are standard Coromon, they're not ever going to be the best they can be ever. Like, that was actually a sticking point for me.
That's, I don't know. It didn't bother me too much, but I've never been on the whole, EV train and stuff like that. So that stuff's usually beyond me in Pokemon, so I didn't really worry about it.
They do have a similar mechanic, though. The potential.
No. Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying, that's not something I normally go for, so I didn't even bother to notice really that. I just was like, oh, okay, so they have 2 different versions of shinies.
Yeah.
And they're a little better stat-wise.
Yeah.
That's just the way I looked at it. Question for you, sir. Did you, like me, save, almost all of your good spinners just in case you came across something you needed?
Yeah.
So I
use standard and silver, unless I come across something that I really, really, really want to use in my party, and then I'll use the elemental ones.
Okay, no, I guess I should rephrase. I would use the elemental ones if I, like you said, like if I wanted something. But like, I also had a plethora of golden spinners, and I had a platinum spinner.
Okay.
And I never once came across anything that I felt worthy of that platinum spinner. And it's because I was like, okay, so maybe there's a legendary.
You can't catch.
You can't catch them. But then I just I kept getting into these fights with these titans, and you couldn't catch them. So I'm like, well, what's the fucking point?
There is none. That's another sticking point I had with this game. Why the fuck can't you catch the titans? I understand, like, during the main storyline of the game, you're just looking to get the essence, and they're not dead after you knock them out. You just defeat them, and they're like, here you go. You've passed my test. But post game, you're telling me you can't catch them?
That I don't know. I didn't even go into post game.
No, I've looked it up. The Titans are just. Do you remember in Nexamon Extinction? I think there were a couple of like Nexamon you just could not catch. They were just part of the story, and that was it. Yeah, it's the same thing with the Titans, which sucks because the Titans look badass, and I really wanted them in my party.
Right? Yeah. I was like, there's 5 of them. I got 6 slots. Actually, I was like, there's 6 of them. I got 6 slots. Let me get them 6 Titans, and that'd be my party.
Maybe they wanted to avoid that, but that also takes away from the post game. There's not a lot of post game here. Finish the Koro decks, and that's kind of pretty much it.
An online
multiplayer which requires you to get perfects in order to actually stand a chance. So that's a time sink, I guess.
Yeah. I put my Steam says 56 hours. Take off leaving it on for like a day. So 32 hours or so I put in.
Okay.
It's fun.
Yeah. It's fun. And even then there's parts of it that aren't. Like the puzzles, not a fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you. The thing that I mentioned earlier as the Chekhov's gun is that this thing does things that Pokemon does that I don't like. That being ice puzzles.
Yeah, I hate those. I didn't like the treadmill posters either with the arrows.
Oh, fucking hated that.
And then they combined it.
I hate that in Pokemon.
And then they combined it with a door system. I almost dropped off of the game at that point. When I got to the floor of that first tower, where it was the arrow platforms and the locked doors, the locked lettered doors, I legit almost dropped the game. I actually took a screenshot, and I almost sent the screenshot in a group chat saying, okay, I'm done. And then I just ended up getting through it, and I played more of the game. Glad I did. But yeah, and then I got into more puzzles. Like the Titans are basically the gyms of this game. And so you have to pass their test before you can fight them and get their essence. So the first Titan was electric, and so you had to climb a tower of a power plant, and that's where those platforms and doors were. The second one was Ghost, and he basically turned you into a ghost and sent you to a ghost realm, and you had to save the spirits, and I didn't like that either. Then there's a part of the game where, like, you have to, like, not walk on the sand for too long because it's too hot, so it, like, freaking... it freaking, like, burns your feet, and all of these things are, like, stuck to a very stupid mechanic, whereas if you fail, everything turns black, and then you just see try again. And then it, like, bounces you back to a checkpoint. And every time I saw try again, I got mad. Because I'm like...
Because it should say white it out.
Well, no, it's just not even that. It just annoyed me that they made the puzzles that frustrating to the point where, like, you're seeing that screen all the time. Like, at that point, I'm just like, I'm done with these stupid fucking puzzles. I just want to play the game. I just want to send my monster against this monster, and it's annoying.
We haven't even touched on too. This game replaces, like, the need for HMs with the fact that you have a gauntlet.
Yes, I do like the gauntlet.
The gauntlet was interesting. Yeah. It had, like, a few different ways that you could use it. One of them being, like, a stink, so you could walk into grass and use this, and it would make all the Coromon leave the grass, so you could get through it safely.
And then there's another stench that'll attract higher level Coromon. So if you're looking to catch one that you don't want to raise up from the bottom, or if you're just training, that comes in handy.
Because of the way I played the game, and so I don't know if you would have had this happen. Those fucking items that you could use where you would not run into any Coromon that were less than your main Pokemon.
Coromon.
God damn it. Yeah, Coromon. Thank you. I would pop that, and I was just smooth sailing for 3 minutes. Ain't nothing fucking around.
Yeah.
As high level as my Coromon.
Yeah. Of course. By the way, if anybody wants to turn this episode into a drinking game, anytime Dalton accidentally says Pokemon instead of Coromon, take a drink. Take a shot. Dane, I'm talking to you specifically.
Send your medical bills to Team Retrogue at... No.
That's patreon.com/Steam Machine Podcast. Do we want to do ratings?
Yeah, there's not too much else to talk about. I think we pretty much covered it.
I agree.
Shark Man was the best man. I'm just saying, my Shark Boy was the shit.
Yeah, I wish I picked him or the Ice Bear. Mostly the Ice Bear. I'm not happy with the fact that I picked Fire, but I will eventually be able to find a Cub Zero somewhere in the wild because there's just all the Coromon are in the game. They're not version specific. Also, there's no trading, which made me mad because I wanted to trade with you, Dalton.
Yeah, I was gonna send you like a decently leveled Coromon to help you out.
Yeah.
Question for you though, before we get into ratings. There is a sequel, which is what prompted the remaster of this game, which they gave to us for free.
The Rogue Planet? I'm actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, Rogue Planet. I was going to say, how you feeling about that? Because that is going to be a Coromon game, but with a rogue-like twist.
Yeah, no, I'm interested. I want to see what they do with it.
From what I've seen in the little trailers and stuff that I've looked at, it looks fun. Yeah. So I would give it a try. I liked this game enough to give its sequel a try.
I agree. Oh, one last thing I want to talk about that Pokemon does not do is you have a lot of character customization. You could even unlock new outfits.
Yes. Yeah, I like that. Did you beat the trivia guy to get his fucking book hat?
I beat the trivia guy to get his book hat, and then I went into a bathhouse and unlocked the ability to wear a towel.
Tremendous.
And actually, in the bathhouse, there's either a South Park or a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference, depending on your pop culture preferences, where when you're wearing that towel outfit and you go up to a pile of towels and you click on it, it just says, I did not forget to bring a towel.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
Me and my dad were just talking about that earlier.
Oh.
You know what's wild?
Go ahead.
Talking about Hitchhiker's Guide for a second. My dad was reading me something earlier, and this is probably something that some people know, or most people know. Me and my dad didn't realize this, and it was really cool. So spoilers for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. If you don't, what's going on with you? The answer to all life when they ask the computer what is it, and it says 42. Right? In ASCII, the asterisk is a symbol for whatever you want. Like so in the whatever that equals to whatever you want it to be. And the number representation for an ASCII is 42.
Okay.
So when they ask it, what is the meaning of life? It answers 42, which is what a computer would say, which is the representation of an asterisk, which is them basically telling it whatever you want it to be.
Okay.
And my dad was like, "Isn't that cool?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yes, actually, that is cool." I did not. That's really.
That
cool.
is very cool. I've read that book several times, and I never caught that.
I love when math nerds post shit like that online, and I'm like, "Hey, thank you for putting that in the layman's terms."
Yeah, so that's actually a good answer, huh? I like that.
All right, was there anything else you wanted to touch on before we?
No, but because we did a South Park reference, fuck you, Jeff. Watch South Park.
All right. I enjoyed this. I picked this with a little bit of nudging from someone who wanted to play a monster catching game.
I wonder who that person was.
And I don't know. He's very nice, very evil.
Very nice.
Very evil. I had fun with it. I definitely have my issues with it. It does a lot of things. It's almost like we said. It's almost too Pokemon coded in some ways, where it's like I fucking hate slidey ice puzzles.
Yeah,
just don't like them. I didn't like the mini bullet hell thing you had to deal with when you were the ghost and having to avoid the bad spirits to try to get the good spirits. Like I just felt like that was unnecessary filler.
Oh, I hated that part.
But the battles, crisp, smooth, and fun. And I felt like that's where the core gameplay of this is. And I will say that in the post game, there is that big battle tower that's closed.
It opens up at the end of the game, I imagine.
Yeah, it opens up and you can go in there and just fight infinitely, I think, or there might be like 100 levels or however, the fuck it is. But so there is that. So there is more to do after you beat the game. If you want to go for that, fill in the perfect decks, there's ways to go about it. I liked it enough to play its sequel, but this game did not blow me away. It did not impress me like, say, Nexomon Extinction did. So I'm going to give this 7 Auroras out of 10 Borealises. And actually, I'm going to give it a 6.95.
Okay. So, yeah, I agree with pretty much everything you said. The only thing I'm going to add is out of the 110 Coromon that are in this game, some of them are just not there, like design-wise. Like, whereas in Pokemon, like, even if you didn't like the Pokemon, you could admit that its design was well thought out. And I feel like some of them, some of the monsters were just not as well thought out as that. And whatever. Different team, different design. Go ahead.
Do you think that we saw? I don't think I did. Do you think you saw all of the Coromon that are in this game? Because I
didn't see them in the game, but I did look them up. Because
in
game I did not see them all. No, and there's no way I would be able to see them all because the part of the game I'm at, there's no I still haven't hit parts of the map yet where certain Coromon would be.
Yeah.
So no, I'm basing that based on I'm okay, I don't like the way my starter Coromon looks. Let me look at some other fire Coromon online and see if there's one that I like better than this. The Ram was the only one. Every other one I was like, no, thank you. I don't like these at all. And even then, of the electric ones, the only two that I think look really good are either the cat, which you picked, or the dog, which I picked. All the other ones are just kind of there's a lot more bugs than there need to be. And I don't know. I felt the monster designs were not as fleshed out as even Nexomon Extinction, which I feel had really unique monster designs. And there was never one to where I was like, oh, this is ugly. I never want this on my team ever.
I will say it does look like that this was this dev's first game.
Okay, so you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh. But no, I'm gonna give it a straight 7 ACs out of 10 DCs.
Okay, we did get one question while we were recording.
Wow, during. Okay.
Yes, and I will post it in the stream chat here. Just give me 1 second. Apparently,
I saw that.
So this, go ahead and shout out him out if you want to, because I'm not quite sure. I know
Too Loud Tech. Yeah, he's a how do I describe him? Idiot. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's a good dude.
So this came in from Adam, and this is a visual representation. I will describe it though. Pick your Mortal Kombat trio, and the first row we have the Lin Kuei, Sub-Zero, Smoke, and Noob Saibot. And the second row we have Outworld, Reptile, Melina, and Baraka. In the third row we have Shaolin, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and Raiden. In the fourth row we have Black Dragon, which is Kano, Cabal, and Aaron Black. And in the fifth and final row we have NetherRealm, Scorpion, Quan Chi, Shang Tsung. Jesus Christ, I can't talk tonight. 5 trios, 5 legacies, 1 combat. What row do you pick?
I'll go with the Lin Kuei.
You're going row
number one.
Fuck you. Okay, well, I'll pick a different one then. I was going to go in row number one. No.
You don't have to pick a different one.
Because I had
You don't have to pick a different one. You could also go with the Lin Kuei. We could be in the same faction.
Well, I would go with the Lin Kuei, but I did have a backup. I did. In the newer games, I really enjoy playing as Aaron Black, and in the older games, I really liked playing as Cabal. So I will go number 4, Black Dragon, even though I fucking hate Kano.
You would.
But I will also say, fucking Outworld and NetherRealm, pretty strong too. Shaolin, those are all strong teams.
No, they really are.
Let me double check and make sure that was the only question, because I'm pretty sure it was. Yes. All right. Well then.
Do you want me to announce my pick now, or do you want me to announce it next episode?
Okay. Announce it now, and then we'll explain the short game.
Okay. So I was torn between a game I had already beaten that I want Dalton and Willie, if he's able to experience, a cozy game, which I could save for later on, or an RPG that's kind of on the shorter end that none of us had played. And so I decided, because May's always kind of a bit of a shit show, and I don't know when I'm going to have time to sit down and try something new, that I would go with the game that I'd already beaten, that I want Dalton and Willie to experience, because at least that way, if I don't get to finish it, I've already finished it a couple years ago, so it's, I still don't have to worry about spoilers or anything like that. And so I'm curious to hear what Willie's thoughts are on me picking this game. So not next episode, but the episode after next episode, we will be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Ooh! I look forward to it. I have been very, very curious about the changes. I know of them. I know, just things about what happens and stuff like that, but I don't know how it all plays out. I don't know any explanation for any of it. So, I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, and it, it's also setting me up selfishly. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the second in this trilogy, is coming out on Switch 2 June 3rd. And even though I own this game on PS5, even though I own this game on Steam, I'm going to enjoy it more, I think, on the Switch 2, because I think that's the only system in which I'm going to have a perfect compromise of visual beauty, I will say, or graphical fidelity, as well as steady frame rate, because on the Steam Deck, on the Legion Go, pretty much any handheld that I own, you're either getting a nice looking game or a smooth game. You're not getting both. So yeah, I'm probably going to end up playing, when we're done with Remake, I'm probably going to end up playing Rebirth, on my own time, on the Switch 2. And then if we end up playing that for the show, that's a long ass boy. So I don't, my busy ass needs to get a head start on it.
All right, so not next episode, but the episode after, we'll be doing Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. But that leaves the next episode, and we had a patron $20 donation from one Turtle Bear Man, and Turtle Bear Man did this with two intentions that I would like to make known to everyone, and I'm sure he'll talk about this as well. Because I think he plans to join us for this. One, he thinks that this will be a very entertaining episode, and I think he wants to sit in. And I'm not going to say he's committed to it, but I believe Dane is also going to try to sit in with us on this one. So this is going to be a smorgasbord of probably laughter in this episode. The other reason was that he wanted to show everyone that you're totally allowed to donate the $20 tier for Patreon and not give us an 80-hour game. Now, let me clarify that with saying that I don't mind the 80-hour games. I like the long boys. But when we get really busy, I don't want to disappoint you guys when we don't have the time to put into those. Case in point, Octopath Traveler 2.
Which I had to sit out.
So, yeah. You had to sit out. I don't think Willie got very far in it. And then, I got far in it, but, there was a lot about it, but I just didn't really want to give a bunch of it away because it was a really cool game. And that episode just ended up being what it was. But so if you wanted to do the $20 tier and throw Untitled Goose Game or something at us like that, that's okay too. Just don't feel like you need to make it an epic. If I'm doing this, I got to make it something epic. Dude, you could fucking troll us with it within reason.
Yeah, Nate.
And I think we'll find out what that reason is after this episode. Because one Turtle Bear Man, our buddy Nate, has selected for us to play Jump King. Now, I know nothing about this game, other than I've played it now. But going into when he suggested it and did this, I knew nothing. And I played it long enough that tonight when I saw you installing it before we went on live, I said, oh shit, let me watch your first experience with this game. And you were like, oh, okay. And you loaded it up. And I just sat here giggling.
And we will talk about the rest of that conversation in 2 weeks.
Yep. Exactly what I was about to say. Thank you. I was going to be like, and for the rest of that, you have to tune in to the episode. So, on that note, Mik, plug your stuff.
Team Retrogue on YouTube. Shout out again to Willie. Hopefully his computer issues will not be issues anymore in the near future in one way or another.
Yeah, we'll get it. We'll help him get it figured out. All right. Well, if you would do us a favor and leave us a review on iTunes and Spotify, it really helps people find us in the algorithm. Give us a 5-star, or I think it's a thumbs up on Spotify, whichever one. It really does mean the world. It very appreciative of that. Join the Discord, because I'm horrible at actual social media. bit.ly/TSMP Discord, all capital letters. That's where our community is at. Everyone in there is super chill. We're always having conversations about all kinds of shenanigans. That's why I always tell everybody, welcome to the shenanigans when they join. And you can vote on the polls, which are up until, we need to pull from them. It's getting late. Sorry, guys. Patreon.com. Check that out. Patreon.com/The Steam Machine Podcast. If you donate $1 or more a month, you get the episodes early. You get the banter in the beginning that is just for the patron sections. And if you donate $10 or more, you get that, plus your name read on each and every single episode like these wonderful people. Nate Sir Cogsworth, the 7th of June-iper, Jeff, the original Expendable, Mr. Syllables, Old Jeffy Lube, the man who erased his nickname, now the Wolverine, formerly known as Logan Joreid, a.k.a. LittleLoManiac, Ariesoradam, shout out to his podcast, Spectre approved, Team Retrogue, check him out over on YouTube, Mr. Puzzles, Dane himself, Flyin, Brian, Doran Gray, and Fenris the Healer from the Isles of Bama. Shout out Dane and Jeff's Media Dump. Go check that out. tsmpproductions.threadless.com. Get you a shirt. NowTheNightmare.bandcamp.com. Get you an album. We love you all very much. We will be back next week, probably, or 2 weeks from now, excuse me. We'll be back in 2 weeks. It's probably just be full of rage. And we hope that's entertaining for you all. So, until next time, everybody. Gotta catch 'em all.